Hi, this is Michaela with Kevin Grass Fine Art. We have something exciting to share with you today. We are able to sell merchandise with some of our motifs on them. And while this is in beta testing, we wanted you to get a chance to see how to do this. And I thought this video would be a good way for you to learn how to design your own hoodies, t-shirts, etc. I'm on the home page for Kevin Grass's website. You can see it's called Prints and Merch for merchandise. If you encounter any problems with this process, since it's in beta testing, then click the contact page. And here you'll have our landline number as well as an email address where you can reach us. But hopefully you won't encounter any difficulties. And one of the reasons is because I'm going to show you how to do this right. Let's pick Getting All Your Ducks in a Row, the first piece that Kevin did in his Lame Duck series. And here you can see that you have various options. You can work with art prints in this section and the merchandise, or if you're interested in the original painting, you can look on this tab. For today's video, we're going to be looking at art prints, and I've already done a separate video explaining how to choose between these 6 media of various prints for your walls. So today we're going to be looking at working with the newest merchandise. Hoodies, phone cases, tank tops, throw pillows, tote bags, and t-shirts. So you click on hoodies and look at options. Do you like the image in the center front or the center back? I personally prefer the center front, so that's where I'll go. And I'm very partial to black. Here we have black and we have the image on there, but I think it's a little bit too large. So you can use the slider to size the image that I want. It's automatically centered. You can also go so large that if it says low image resolution, then that won't work very well. But essentially, you have some leeway in how big you want this image to be on the hoodie, and I think this looks really great. You can click Continue, Add to Cart. Notice that we're having a sale that's automatic right now. So the original price is $47.25, but with 25% off, it's $35.44. You can add it to the cart, go to checkout, and take it from there. But actually, I've decided I'd like to try looking at the other media. So let's go back to the home page, Prints and Merch. Let's see what else we can do with the Getting All Your Ducks in a Row. Let's see how a phone case might look. Now here you can see the design on a phone case. I don't have a Google Pixel, so let's go down to the telephone I currently have. And you have options among the phones as well. Premium Glossy, Glossy Tough, Matte, and Matte Tough Case. I like the tough cases because I might drop my telephone. Here we have phone style, the kind of case style that you might like. And again, you can see how you like the motif. If you want the whole image on, you can actually go this way and you just have white surrounding it. Or you might decide that having something along these lines is more to your taste. Not every motif will look equally well on every product, but you get the general gist of things. Going back to medium, tank tops are fairly easy. As you can see here, it's centered in the front for the most part. Again, you can deal with the image size, but most of the time you probably want the entire image. There are 2 different brands of tank tops. Let's see, Bella and Canvas, if it's center front. Let's see how it would look on a white tank top. Let's check and see if there's a difference in price if we go with a different brand. Yes, indeed. Look, there's a difference in style. These seem to be longer and they're slightly less expensive. So again, you can see how this kind of thing works. Going back to medium, you can try things like throw pillows. And again, there are various options. You have a 14 by 14 inch version, a 14 by 20 one. This is more of a longitudinal one, which works better with this particular motif. You can only get the cover, or you can get the cover with a zipper, which I think that looks very pretty, or without a zipper. Those are some of the options you have here, as well as a much larger square version. Tote bags can be a very nice thing, and here you can see how that turns out. And again, you have different size tote bags from 13 by 13 inches, 16 by 16, 18 by 18, And once again, you can use the slider to customize your design. Doesn't look that good this way, so going with something like that might be much better. For things like tote bags, the wall preview tool doesn't actually do much. It just shows you a couch. That works much better when you're going to the art prints, as you could find in the previous video that tells you how to look for prints. And finally, let's have a look at what it's like to order a t-shirt. T-shirts, again, various options. You can see that we have a really wide range of color. I wanted to see what asphalt looks like. Heather True Royal. Nah, definitely not a good move. I might just stick with a white t-shirt for a motif like that. You can change the sizes, and as you can tell, we have a wide array of sizes. And again, you can decide whether you want your t-shirt to have the motif on the front or on the back. So as you can see, this is how you're working with prints and merchandise for the Lame Duck series. We've also made live a gallery called Former Bestsellers. These were images largely sold that had been very popular. So for instance, the Black Friday motif that you can see here can be purchased as prints. The original painting is sold. So if you clicked on the original painting, you would see there's no price that tells you that it's sold. But for instance, if you wanted to have an interesting tote bag to take when you're going shopping, you can have more of the image, or you can zoom in. Here's Kevin right in the center of the composition, and have an interesting tote bag to take with you when you're going shopping for your Black Friday purchases. In the Former Bestsellers, just like with the Lame Ducks Prints and Merchandise gallery, you can use all of these motifs in order to create merchandise. For example, this is Intimacy. Our son is the male model here, and you can see how it might look on a telephone if you wanted to have this image. Ironically, it doesn't work as well on a telephone as it might on a tote bag, even though it shows you just part of it. Inheritance has always been a favorite piece, so if you have somebody in your extended family and friends list who's battling with alcoholism, this might be a good motif for a print or some kind of purchase. For Christmas decoration, 'tis the season is hard to beat. But there are other fun images, from figurative to landscape paintings, that are in this particular gallery. And of course, the Lame Ducks are here. Original paintings for the Lame Ducks can be found here. Face masks are created by a separate vendor. So if you're interested in any of the face masks, just click beneath the one you like, and it takes you to a separate website called Art of Wear, where they fulfill the designs that Kevin designed. And you can see how these masks look, including that they have a double layer, and you can even purchase a pack of filters to go with a mask. Before I let you go, I wanted to show you the absolutely latest addition to the merchandise options. By doing so, we're going to go and look at Cold Duck, but it could be any one of them. And notice that now there are two other additional merchandise options, puzzles and mugs. Let's start with puzzles. One of the really nice things about these Lame Ducks images that are horizontal is that their aspect ratio, how they fit onto the puzzle itself, is perfect. So you don't have to do much modification. You can go to the options, and if you wanted to have a detail of something, you certainly could do so. If you go too small, you can see the white puzzle pieces around, which would not be desirable. So just when you first get there, you'll see that the full image is selected. Your only option is a puzzle with 252 pieces. That's 10 by 14 inches. Notice right now I don't have a sale on this particular price, but you can always use the coupon code FIRST20 for 20% off, since that's an ongoing promotion. This kind of image works just fine for a horizontal one. I don't recommend it for vertical ones just now. Eventually it will be possible to orient the image sideways, and then you'll be able to use either horizontal or vertical images and just turn them around. Now let me show you using the mug design. Here is the printed area of the mug. This is actually a little bit harder to see how the final thing will look. The image will wrap around the mug, and again, you can make it larger so the entire mug is covered, or you can make it smaller so you have the entire image, or even have it small enough that you have white surrounding it since the mugs are white. This is where you can do your own designing and go with aesthetics that please you. Even though it seems like there are options, the mug color is white, there's no preference whether it's for right or left hand. Well, their ceramic mugs only can choose the full image and make it smaller or larger by using the slider. And you can see that this is for an 11-ounce mug. Notice that the bottom is very straight. If you chose the 15-ounce mug, notice that the bottom has this curved bottom to accommodate for more liquids. And of course, there's a slight difference in price between the two as well. And you see something you like, you can choose between 6 fine art print type of things and the merchandise from mugs to puzzles to hoodies, phone cases, tank tops, throw pillows, tote bags, and t-shirts. Stay tuned, and in the future we'll probably add even more merchandise as our vendor will add them for us, and I'll give you updates as that's needed. You may also use the same merchandise options in the former bestsellers gallery. Notice here that some of the images have different aspect ratios. So for instance, Inheritance is taller in comparison to its width than, for instance, the Lame Duck series. When you click on that and you try to make a puzzle, it's not the best option. Unfortunately, we can only deselect the puzzles or various merchandise on the entire store, so the entire former bestsellers or the entire prints and merch store. Unfortunately, I can't just say, oh, this one will be ideal for a puzzle and this one wouldn't. This is where you looking at the image and seeing how it turns out will help you decide whether this is a product you might want to pursue. You can fit the whole image on there, but then you have the white puzzle pieces around the edges, which is not fun. You can do details, but again, I would say that's not the best for this particular medium. So look at the image, look at the aspect ratio, and see what works. You can, however, fit the entire image on a mug if you so desire. That's an option that would work out. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us on our landline at area code 727-942-9020. If you have any other questions, you can also email us at fineartfan, one word, @hotmail.com. And all this information, of course, is found on the contact page of our website. I really appreciate you looking at our website at www.lameducks.net. The same can also be found by going to www.kevingrass.art. Thanks so much.